Here's something that a lot of people forget. When someone reads a review online, they also read your response. They want to know if you're polite, they want to know if you care, and they want to see how you act when something goes wrong. Your replies are part of your company's public image. Maybe one of the most visible parts. So today I'm going to show you a simple system to respond to good reviews as well as bad reviews. And I'm going to show you how to do this in a way that builds trust, protects your business, and is easy enough for anyone at your company to follow no matter who's replying to the review. So in this video, you're going to learn how to reply to positive reviews, how to reply to negative reviews, and how to turn even a bad review into a moment of trust. And lastly, how to use tools like ChatGPT to make this fast and stress-free. And the good news is everything you're going to learn today will work whether you're good with words or not. So let's get into it. Alright, so first let's quickly talk about why your responses to reviews even matter in the first place. Now, most business owners focus on the number of stars that they get in a review. And while this is really important, customers, on the other hand, look at behavior more than the stars. And what I mean by this is that people are not only scrolling to see if you have a lot of 5-star reviews, but they're also checking to see how you responded to them. They want to know how you talk to customers. They want to know whether your business treats people with respect. And they also want to know how your business handles problems. This means that a thoughtful reply can show that you're reliable. A calm reply can also show that you're steady. And a helpful reply shows that you are solution focused. And that's what earns trust. And trust is what brings in more customers. So let's get into the actual system of how to respond or reply to positive and negative reviews. So there are 3 simple tips that I want to share with you on how to reply to positive or good reviews that you get online. And it's really easy to get to your reviews. All you have to do is open up your GBP profile, and if you scroll down on the right hand side, you're going to see this review section. So if you click view all Google reviews, this is where you can see your reviews to see if they were good, negative, and then you have the option right here to reply. So this is what we're talking about today. So tip number 1 is to keep it simple. Good reviews don't typically need a really long response. Being short and warm is plenty. So for example, you could say something like, "Thank you, Sarah. We hope you had a great experience." This works. It's clean, it's short, and most importantly, it acknowledges the customer. You don't need fancy words or long paragraphs. Just something simple is a quick win. So you can keep it simple if you have a good review and everything will be fine. The second tip is to personalize your response and mention how you helped them. And the main reason why you would want to do this is that personalization can go a long way. It can prove to everyone online that your business is human. So for example, you could say, "Thanks, Sarah. We're so glad that we were able to get your AC unit repaired in the same day. Reach out anytime you need us." That response is short, it's friendly, but it's specific. We talked about how we fixed her AC unit the same day that she called, which denotes a few things to somebody who's reading that response. Number 1, it shows that we remembered what we did for that person. And number 2, it shows that we were able to get that service done really quickly, which is a huge plus. And this leads me to the third tip that I have for you, which is to share some of your company's values in your response. Now, you don't need to give a long, elaborate speech here, but you just need to list a few of the core values that your business believes in. So you could say something like, "Thank you, Sarah. Fast service is something we work hard on, and we're really grateful that you noticed." This sort of response does 2 things. Number 1, it shows appreciation. And number 2, it reminds people what some of the core values are that your business stands for. In this case, fast service. Values build trust, and trust builds customers. So now let's get into the part that affects every single business, and that's bad or negative reviews. The first thing to understand is that bad reviews happen to good businesses. They're not fun to get, but you can handle them in a good way. And here's 3 quick tips that you can follow to help you to respond to negative reviews. Tip number 1 is to not respond with emotion. The fastest way to make a bad review even worse is by responding when you're frustrated. When you get a bad review, just take a minute, chill, just absorb it. Take some time to let that marinate. Don't just immediately fire off a response. You'll definitely regret it. So once you've had time to calm down, you could respond with something like, "Thanks for sharing this. I'm sorry to hear you had that experience." The nice thing about a response like this is that you're acknowledging the customer's experience, but you're not defending or arguing or even admitting that you did anything wrong. People who read reviews care more about the tone of the response than even the details of what it says. Tip number 2 is that in your response, you can show them and others that you want to try and fix the issue. Now, this is really important. You don't have to take or accept blame when it's not your fault. You just need to show the customer and other customers who are reading these reviews online that you're willing to talk about it. So for example, you could say, "We'd like to learn more and see how we can help. When you're able, please give us a call so we can talk this through." A response like this does 3 important things. Number 1, it moves the conversation off of the public review page. Number 2, it shows that you care. And number 3, it signals to future customers who haven't used you yet that you are responsible for the products and services that you offer. And that's ultimately what people remember. Tip number 3 is one of my favorites, and it's something that I would absolutely recommend you to do. And that's to consult ChatGPT for how you should respond to a bad review. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do this. So the very first step is to just open up ChatGPT, and in the main window, what we want to do is just tell ChatGPT, which again is an emotionless robot. So it's not going to respond with emotion. It's going to do a good job here. But I'm just going to simply say, how should I respond to this review? ? And then paste in the negative review. So I just made one up here that says, I had a really bad experience at this company and would not recommend them to anyone. So if we ask ChatGPT for help to be able to respond, we'll just go ahead and click enter. So ChatGPT is going to come up with a response. So it says, here's a few polished, calm, and professional ways you could respond. And then it's going to give me some different tone ideas that I could pick that I think matches the best with, the way that our company talks and the branding that we have. So option 1 is simple and professional, right? Thank you for sharing your feedback. We're sorry to hear about your experience. So this kind of goes over some of the tips that we were talking about. You're acknowledging how they feel, but you're not necessarily, admitting that you did anything wrong. And then it goes on to say, this isn't the level of service we aim to provide, and we'd like to learn more so we can make things right. Please reach out to us directly at. So this is great because it's going to take the conversation off of this public page, but you're also showing people who are reading this that you're willing to come to some sort of solution to help this person. And you can see that the other responses are kind of following that exact same pattern of acknowledging how they feel, not necessarily admitting anything, but wanting to come up with a solution and take it off page to potentially solve the issue. So if you're not good with words or you feel nervous to be able to respond or not quite sure how to respond, ChatGPT is your friend. Just copy in that bad review that you got and ask ChatGPT how to respond to it, which will give you some really good ideas. And it normally hits it out of the park 99% of the time. Now, it's really important to remember that you need to respond to every single Google review that you get, whether it's good or bad. And the reason for this is that number 1, you want to show Google that you are actively engaged. Google is going to reward companies that are more engaged and interact with their audience than companies who are not. And the second reason why you want to respond is exactly like what we talked about at the beginning of this video. You want to show prospective customers how you respond so that they can make the decision of whether or not you're trustworthy and if they should use you for the services or products that they need. Responding to Google reviews builds trust. It shows you're reliable, and it helps new customers feel safe choosing you. But here's the truth. Responding to reviews is just one piece of local SEO. To rank higher locally and really make sure that you're maximizing where you can rank in the Google Map Pack, you need the whole system, which includes your Google business profile, local content, backlinks and citations, review growth, and ongoing updates on your GBP that help you to stand out in your area. The truth is that most people only know about 1 or 2 of these pieces. And that's why they struggle to rank online with their local business. If you want the exact system that our strategists use to be able to help our clients to rank locally in as little as 30 days, then you need to check out our local SEO framework. You can access our full system as well as getting access to weekly Q&As to answer any questions that you have inside of our school community. So if you want to stop guessing and you want to rank higher faster inside of local SEO to get more customers, make sure that you click the link below to join our school community. And if you're looking for another quick local SEO win, then make sure that you watch this video where we go over how to make sure that your homepage headline is optimized to make sure that Google will understand what your business does and where your business provides those services. So click this link here and we'll see you over there.